Hey everybody, thanks for watching. And just a quick reminder that Saturn, Satan, and God, and the Nature of Reality Part 7 is now available. Make sure you guys grab that, and make sure you guys seen the previous ones as well. Also, Never Pay Again membership. Got you guys emails. Going to leave it up until Friday because I understand, it's not that I keep changing my mind about this. You guys got to realize there's a lot of people who email me about extending the sale. And I always say, if I get 50, 100 people that's asking for the same thing, I try to do it. So, seems a bit indecisive, but I try to look out for everyone. I know everybody doesn't see the video when it drops on YouTube, or a lot of people, don't know. And it's a lot of people who really looking forward to this sale. So when a lot of people ask for it, I try to, leave it up longer. So, in this case, I'll leave it up till Saturday. So you guys can see it, maybe even Monday, just to make sure everybody who hit me up has a chance to go ahead and take advantage of the offer. And it's a good deal, and trying to get it out here for you guys. I want to get as many people as possible on Never Pay Again membership. A lot of people they want to keep paying the $20 for the DVDs when they come out for the videos. So again, I make it real easy for you guys to grab it, while you have a chance, and the sale won't last long. So make sure you take advantage. I try to do what I can. And we get you guys emails about it, and the people who message me on Instagram and stuff. So here it is. Go ahead, take advantage of it. And I appreciate the support, you guys. And also your books are going out as well. Don't think we forgot about you. We got you. They're going out. Also, there is a new video available on Merkaba Academy in the Not For YouTube section on, this stuff I won't say. Also on what's happening with, Taiwan, China, America, that whole thing, what's going on with trade, what's going on with cryptocurrency, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you guys check that video out. It's a lot of information. Also for everybody who seen Saturn, Satan 7, it was good. It's a good one. Make sure you guys really understand this whole, aspect of what that is with Saturn, Satan, and everything. We talked about in part 1 and part 2. It's going to really help clarify a lot of things, and especially if you just know, your Greek mythology. But make sure you guys take advantage of the sales. Make sure you guys grab the videos, and also make sure you guys are registering on Merkaba Academy first before you do anything. Before you buy anything, make sure you register on Merkaba Academy. Merkaba Academy is different from Podia. A lot of people are getting confused. As I said, it's different from Podia. Podia is for people who is continually buying videos. If you become a Never Pay Again member now, you'll get a link from Podia so you can download all the videos, or you can just download them all on Merkaba Academy, but you still have to be registered on Merkaba Academy. And if you're not registered on Podia, when you get that link, it'll require you to register your Merkaba Academy register, your login email, your login password. It won't work on Podia. So you have to have 2 different logins and, passwords, or you could just make them the same, whichever one's easier. But just understand it's 2 different things. So talk about a lot. Saturn, Satan 7, a lot of questions you guys have. But, one of the things I want to get into is just this aspect of, a lot of people are, confused about just what's going on. And again, I talked about this before. We have this notion of who to pray to. A lot of people want to believe in the, hocus pocus, spooky stuff of the Bible. And they really hold on to that. And they want to hold on to that mystery, as I always talk about. It's a mystery behind it. It's just this magical thing that we've been told is real. And, some people hold on to that, wait a minute, this stuff happened, and Moses parting the sea, and Jesus raising the dead, and people believe this stuff actually happened. And it's because they stay within one book. There are some really amazing things outside of the Bible that happen. And this is the stuff that we look at because it's real, stuff that we can see and touch, and it boggles our mind. So when we start looking at that, and then we scratch our head and ask ourselves, this is amazing. I wasn't taught about the pyramids of Egypt in school, about how impossible they are. Nobody taught us about this stuff. You just grow up and you see things, and it's like, how we don't know, how don't we know about the, huge Olmec heads, or statues on Easter Islands, the Incan temples and, Mayan stuff. It's stuff that they never taught us that you have to really go out and look, or you see on TV, or you see it mentioned. And, with social media now, you see so much, but it's so many things that we wasn't taught, our generations, that boggles our mind. And this is where you got to start looking, the so-called, real stuff in the Bible that's supposed to be real and true that we can't prove. You got to get off of that. You got to look at what's real. And this stuff pales in comparison because it's no proof. It's just a story. When you go and look at these unbelievable things, we know about the pyramids in Egypt. They are amazing. I'm telling you, it's just like the Grand Canyon. You got to go there. No video or picture is going to, adjust the way your eyes will or give it to you correctly. Once you see it, you'll understand. And those are the pyramids in Egypt. And they blow your mind, they're mind boggling, they scratch your head as to how. And again, as I talk about, when they got up there, those pyramids was already there. They're much older than they're telling us. But we have to marvel at what the dynasties did with the colossal statues and the temples. They still built amazing stuff. And this could be the age where, it's after, what the Egyptians talk about, the ones before them who supposedly had this power. But even the dynasty still did amazing things. We look at that. But then we also have to look in places like Heliopolis, the temple of Jupiter. Everybody knows about that base there with those huge, we talk about 750 tons, these huge stones. And, talked about Jupiter and Saturn, Satan 7, and you guys understand. But when you look at the quarry near the temple, these huge stones are there. There's one that's supposed to be like 1,200 tons, and it's humongous. And when you look at some of the pictures, it boggles your mind as to how, it's not just the Great Pyramids that had, and we're talking about, 60, 70, tons, and the Great Pyramid, 25 tons and stuff like that. Whereas here, these stones are, 700 tons, hundreds of tons look at the position, the placement of these stones. And again, this is stuff that just boggles your mind, and it's stuff all over the world we can look at and ask how. And nobody can move these stones. We can't do it today, but something did it, and we dismiss it. We just brush it off. Bible doesn't talk about it. It's not something that's, we don't hear about the temple of Jupiter or about Jupiter. And why would they build this huge, this temple and these other temples that we find, and including the pyramids themselves, and nothing is mentioned in the Bible about it. We're not taught about it in school. This is what you have to look at instead of worried about who to pray to. People worried about who to pray to, and you have to really look at yourselves, look within yourself, and understand why would you want to pray to something that has done nothing for you, or can do anything for you. And everything you want done, you have to put in motion yourself. It's all about you, and that's exactly what the Bible is telling you. So we got to look at the things around the world that gives us so many so much information and other things to look to and to try to research and understand besides biblical history, which we can't prove. We can't find any proof for these stories, these allegories, these parables. That's all they are. We can't find Moses. We can't find Jesus. We can't find the biblical Hebrews and prove this stuff ever happened. And the evidence is just overwhelming against the book. We look at stuff like the Ark of the Covenant and we see the drawing of it, but then we look in Egypt and we see it, in Egypt before that. We look at so many things we find in Egypt, that is not talked about in the Bible, which is supposed to be this oldest book and the oldest information. And it's just so many important things they left out that would be impossible to leave out if this stuff happened. And the funny thing I always, ask about that question is like, hey, if you believe in this God, even if you praying to him and you believe in him, you're praying to him, understanding that nothing is happening. So why would you continue to pray? And it just all goes against what is taught to us about the Bible, how it's supposed to work. And we all know it doesn't work that way. So reality is, you want something done, you got to do it on your own. You got to put your own time and work in it. And we got to stop looking outside of ourselves to find something, to help us through this life. You can put your trust in people. A lot of times that work, a lot of times it don't, but you know what you have to do. You got to put your trust in yourself and your faith in yourself, your devotion to yourself, and do what you got to do, you know, for yourself. But the research is important. Understanding the information is important because it gives you greater insight to who you are, how you work,